All right, so I had some problems with the video at that location, but I was able to take a lot of still pictures. But these are pictures, I guess we'll call it a slideshow, of my off-grid cabin build. At the location where this is going in, it was going to be impractical to try and get the off-grid camper trailer in. I've also run into a situation where I had a family member in need who is going to be using that thing indefinitely. Um, on this cabin build, it's inspired by the tumbleweed tiny houses, but I didn't have to put it on wheels. Now, by not having to put it on wheels and still staying below the legal limit under local building codes as far as needing to get a permit, one of the things after careful examination of the codes that I realized is I could go tall. They left room in the codes for buildings to go tall, and it just couldn't be a complete normal tall building, but that you could make little like water towers and things like that there. So what I do here, and you can kind of see in this picture, is that it has low ceiling height on both floors. It's low ceiling height, but a person can still stand up. Here's a view, that's a view from the bedroom window, or what will be the bedroom window. There's no solar at that particular cabin yet. It's kind of located in a shaded hidden area. In one of the open areas, we have this solar array along with others. So uh, there's a main house present that does have facilities, and it's all off grid. Everything there is totally off grid. Now back to the cabin itself. I probably will put a little bit of solar on there, but as you can see, it's kind of a project in progress, right? We got the green tarp up on the roof and other things still being built. I estimate in part-time visits from time to time and kind of enjoying myself and looking at nature. Within a year, this thing will be pretty nice and presentable. Taking advantage of some off-season deals on materials, and I was also having a lot of discussion with some people on whether to use traditional or non-traditional building techniques. I went traditional because, like you can see here with this picture that I took at Home Depot, you're not going to find any locally produced materials where you're going to beat OSB sheathing at 9.25 a sheet. Okay, you just don't harvest it. $2.37 I think it was for the stud length 2x4s there. And coming up, you're going to see a slide with the picture of the approach to this place. When you talk about hewing logs and all that kind of stuff versus conventional construction, the thing about conventional construction materials these days uh, is that you can build quickly. Okay, you've got standardized sizes on things, standard dimensions. I did a lot of the prefabrication in Portland and then hauled all this stuff out to the remote location. So a lot of those studs are just standard link stuff because I was dealing with uh, a 4x8 4x8 sheets of plywood and then an 8x12 building platform design. A lot of my side rafters didn't have to be cut. They were just straight up 8 footers. Here you can see a lantern on the inside. I have to haul batteries back and forth to the main location where we charge all the batteries because this is in kind of a shaded area. It's I wouldn't call it totally camouflaged, but it's not really in an obvious place either. One of the questions I'm going to have as things expand a little bit, and I designed a building so that with that central core, which will be solid and insulated, or well, not solid on the inside, but it's strong, it's insulated, and that sort of thing. That you can see a deck being built off of what we could call the front, and then there's room on the other sides to build and expand onto the building from the other side. So this is kind of a scalable approach, and that's another departure from the tumbleweed tiny house. Tumbleweed tiny houses generally are not made to be scalable. In fact, they're not even, because they put the entrances at the rear, they're not even scalable to the level that you'll see on a lot of long-term residents at trailer parks where they put on a side building onto their trailers and kind of expand those. This building is made specifically to be scalable. And as you can see, it's sheathed in OSB, it's conventional construction, it's built to last. In another comparison to the camp trailers and house trailers, The tumbleweed tiny houses are built to last. They are built to look good for a long time. A lot of commercially made camper trailers, they just, they're a camper trailer. And after a few years, it doesn't matter how nice it was when it was new, it seems like they're always an eyesore after a few years. What I'm hoping on this is by using conventional construction techniques, and when it's no longer looking like a construction site out there, it'll be just a good, cute little building, and it'll have longevity. There you can see that the roof is a little bit problematic for me because I'm just having to get up there with a ladder. Use the van because it's two-wheel drive access seasonally. I can get there in two-wheel drive as long as the vehicle has a little bit of ground clearance. I can get there seasonally in a two-wheel drive, and I can use the van as a scaffold. And that's one of the things I was doing to help get that window installed. And then the other thing was cutting some standard window and door. I framed in windows and doors from the inside, but didn't cut the holes on the outside, although I board it over when I leave on the main door opening. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video.